Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I stay motivated and how I stay consistent. A bit about me: I've been working out, bodybuilding, dieting, cutting weight for a couple years now, and I am still enjoying the process. There are times where I sort of, wonder about junk food, but that's besides the point. So, um, today I'm going to talk to you guys about my training routine and how I stay motivated. The first thing I do when I wake up, I grab some coffee. If I have some coffee, I'll grab some black coffee, 0 calories. I'll make sure it's around 400 milligrams. I make sure that I'm getting, a huge dose of caffeine before my cardio. So I'm gonna grab like 400 milligrams, 450 milligrams of caffeine. I'm gonna chug it down. 500 milligrams is a safe dose. So I'm gonna grab, a good amount of caffeine. I'm gonna, drink it. That's gonna push me through my cardio. I am usually doing my cardio fasted. The reason why is because I want to grab my food for later on in the day. I want to save my calories for later on in the day. If I don't, then I'm gonna be sort of having to wait around between each meals. I don't really like waiting around between each meal, sorry. So I sort of want to, ration my calories because I am dieting. Um, so I want to make sure that I'm doing my cardio fasted. I push through the workout. The caffeine usually helps me. And then by the time I'm done with my cardio, I make sure that I have a good amount of food left for, maybe it's around, I don't know, a couple hours later, I have more food to work with. So that's how I go around dieting these days. I am I have a high energy expenditure, and I want to ration my calories so I can grab these calories, save them for later on in the day, which means that my meals are, you know, they're very shortly dispersed. It means that I have more food more frequently. So I don't have to wait around like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours between each meal. I know a lot of people wonder, like, I don't want to wait around 8 hours, 6 hours for each meal. I'm going to advise you that maybe you should bump up your cardio and burn more calories. And like that, you're going to be able to eat more food. You're going to be able to have more food throughout the day. Who doesn't want that? So I'm going to tell you guys, increase your energy expenditure. You're going to grab more food. You're going to be happier. So after that's done, I push through my workout. The next thing that I do is I might have a meal, 500 calories. High in protein, super delicious. It might be the Greek yogurt meal that I always have. I love Greek yogurt. Um, I might eat that meal, and then, maybe it's a couple hours later, and then by that time I have like an hour between each meal. So I don't have to wait around, as I said, like 6 hours between each meal. I know a lot of you guys struggle with your weight. Maybe you're overweight. Maybe you're struggling a bit. Maybe you don't have the fitness level yet to burn calories. I'm going to tell you guys that yes, even for an overweight person, it might suck waiting between each meal, sorry, because I know a lot of us are adapted to the junk food and to the high calorie processed stuff. Like, there's drive-thrus everywhere, there's restaurants, junk food places everywhere. So that kind of stuff is very prevalent, and it's why a lot of people are overweight. So I know a lot of us don't like waiting between each meal, and that's much more, escalated by the fast food, the restaurants, that kind of stuff. especially if you're not having vegetables with your meal, if you're not using the fat loss habits that I have in place, you're gonna struggle because you're going to eat your meal and you're not gonna be very satiated for very long. And what do you know? Sooner or later, 1 hour, 3 hours later, you're hungry again, and you're gonna grab something else. You're gonna speed down, and you're gonna grab something else from the drive-thru. So that's how it happens for a lot of us. It can easily happen. So by staying consistent, I'm gonna tell you guys that it's gonna be much better for you, much better, because you're not gonna be regretful and you're not gonna be sort of anguished by the fact that, okay, I wanted to start a diet, but now, it's tomorrow and I have, freaking McDonald's in my hand, I have Jack in the Box in my hand, whatever it is. I'm gonna tell you guys that I stay consistent, first of all, by setting short-term, long-term goals, by telling myself that if I eat healthier, if I stick to my diet, then I can reward myself very infrequently. I might do a 10,000 calorie challenge from time to time. But that is sort of how I stay consistent. I reward myself on an infrequent basis, and I make sure that I am sticking to my diet, that I am sticking to my caloric budget. I'm doing my cardio, I'm counting my calories, I'm weighing my food, I'm tracking my meals, I'm doing everything that I can to stay in shape. So I'm gonna tell you guys that staying consistent, it is also something that I have in the back of my mind that I tell myself. I'm gonna stay consistent today. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna burst through my cardio, I'm gonna track my food, I'm gonna weigh my food, I'm gonna make sure that I don't go over my caloric budget. I'm gonna make sure that I am doing everything that I can to cut the fat off, to keep it off, to lose weight, to stick to my goals. Because staying consistent is also about having some sort of, snowball effect in place. If you are already consistent, it's going to be much easier for you to stay consistent because you already have good habits in place. You are already practicing the fat loss techniques, the weight loss methods that I addressed in my previous videos. If you guys are wondering how I lost weight, how I'm keeping it off, why I'm able to stay in shape, why I'm able to burn calories at a great rate and maintain a shredded physique, you guys can check out my previous videos. I have some videos up about the daily practices that I use, the daily swaps that I use to keep the weight off, to stay shredded. So go check those videos out. And going back to what I was saying, staying consistent is about, again, having short-term and long-term goals. If I didn't have long-term goals, then I wouldn't be able to stick to a consistent routine. I would be very I would be wandering for sure, because staying consistent is about setting hard but achievable long-term goals that will propel your fitness and your dieting and everything, your lifestyle, to new heights. So I stay consistent by setting goals, striving towards these goals, pushing myself each and every day whenever I can, keeping the good habits in place, keeping the bad habits away, like weighing my food, tracking my calories, weighing myself each and every day, punching in how many calories I have, how many calories did I eat already. So that's how I go around staying consistent. I know a lot of you guys are wondering, don't you want to go to a party? Don't you want to go grab a drink? Do you go to bars? you go here? Do you go there? Do you go to theaters? Do you go here? Do you go, where do you go? I stay consistent, again, because it's much easier actually for me to stay consistent because I have visual results and I don't want to lose the visual results. Let's say I stop working out for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and sooner or later my muscle is gone and I'm deflated and I have fat on me and I'm just out of shape. I can't run because of my pace and everything just falls down. So my reason for staying consistent is because, again, I already have good habits in place. I have visual results to show for it already, and I don't want to sort of backtrack. So I stay consistent by holding myself to a standard, keeping the good habits in place, and telling myself that I'm gonna set more long-term, short-term goals to keep myself interested, to keep me in the zone, to keep me, heading towards a goal. Doesn't matter if it's long-term, short-term, I'm gonna keep heading towards the goal. So that's how I stay consistent. I set goals and I strive towards them and I make sure that I reach them. I stay motivated because, actually, part of the reason why I stay motivated is because I chose not to go to school. I chose not to go to college, at least for now. So I do have a lot of pressure on me. Internal pressure that I just can't, like, if I am not going to school, I'm going to make sure that I am doing some things. So that's how I stay motivated. I don't really like compromising. So I stay motivated by, I just have a bunch of pressure on me. It's not enough like that. I can't handle it. I can't. It's not like I'll crumble under the pressure, but each and every day I do have a lot of pressure on me. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's actually a motivating factor for me because I don't like compromising. I don't. So the reason why I chose not to go to school is because I love bodybuilding. I love fitness. I know a lot of people say that, you don't have to go to school to bodybuild and to be, to do fitness. I don't think you do. I didn't go to school to bodybuild or to do fitness. So that's how I stay motivated. I hold on to my beliefs. I do have passions outside of bodybuilding, and fitness and weight loss and cutting weight. That's how I stay motivated. I have a lot of pressure on me. I did not go to school. But it doesn't mean that I don't pressure myself a ton. It doesn't mean that I am, not working super hard at something. So that's how I stay motivated. I would definitely feel like I lost a piece of myself if I had to compromise. So yeah, I wake up each and every day just very pressured. And that's how I stay motivated. That's a huge reason why I stay motivated, actually. I used to watch motivational videos every so often, but I don't do that anymore. I might watch Greg Plitt from time to time. I love Greg Plitt. He's one of my favorite bodybuilders. I might watch a video or two from him from time to time. I actually watched a couple Greg Plitt videos during my 72-hour challenge. I think during both of them. Or maybe the second one. I watched a couple Greg Plitt videos. If you guys know who Greg Plitt is, he's awesome. Rest in peace. I that's a little bit of myself, how I stay motivated. I never watched you know, the David Lade or the Jeff Seid. I did watch a couple of Jeff Seid motivational videos, but I like Greg Plitt's motivational talks. That's how I stay motivated. That's a little piece of how I stay motivated. And I actually just love bodybuilding and weight loss and cutting weight. So that's how I stay motivated. It's also sort of just in it, and I don't really have to like push myself to stay motivated. I go in, I do the work, and that's how I stay motivated. Sometimes I might not even be motivated. I just do it just because. So, yeah, that's a huge reason why. Actually, the biggest reason why I stay motivated is because I did not go to school. So I just track everything, I weigh everything, I make sure that I am doing the things that I need to do. That's how I stay motivated. So, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, check out my previous videos to figure out how I lost weight, how I'm keeping it off. Check out my Instagram page. It's luis.hern, the number 9. Again, it's luis.hern, the number 9. Check out my page. I just launched my website. I have some stories up on my page. I'll post what I'm eating. I'll post something. I might post on my page from time to time physique updates. If I do a challenge, if I do something, I'll post it there. So check out my page. I pretty much am just completely dedicated to bodybuilding as well as other things. So I'm always trying to cut fat. I'm always weighing my food. I'm always, you know, I'm just obsessive about, you know, my fat loss and my weight loss and my body fat percentage, because that's what I have to do. So that's how I stay consistent and motivated. It's sort of like a responsibility. It's something that is very important to me. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to live if I stopped doing this. So that's how I stay motivated. That's pretty much how I, you know, motivate myself. Like, I just have this fear of like not, you know, being who I am. So give the video a thumbs up, check out my Instagram, and watch my previous videos to figure out how I lost the weight. So yes, I do weigh everything each and every day, and actually I've made the change to sort of stick to my diet 7 days of the week. I might do like a 10,000 calorie challenge from time to time, but yes, I have decided to make the change and stick to my diet 7 days of the week. I might do a 10K challenge like every month, every 2 months. But yeah, I've made that change actually to stick to my diet for the whole week, pretty much. So if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.